on to you, Libras. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So you Libras right now, a lot of you want to essentially just kind of go on vacation and just kind of not really be seen, kind of be tucked away, no pun intended. But you kind of want to just crawl up underneath your duvet for a week, you know, the cover of your bed, and just relax. Take it very much so easy. The Tower and the Ace of Cups represents a lot of things are happening with you Libras, where a lot of you Libras are very much so making a huge transformation, and a lot of things, a lot of events, a lot of changes in who you are is coming very quickly. So it's like it's a situation for you Libras where it's like, you know, you're who you're becoming is way different compared to how you used to be. So as a result of this, a lot of you Libras are very much so in a particular situation where you're changing into someone very good, someone that is someone that you can essentially be proud of, right? For you to be proud of your own selves. Not saying that you were that before, but much more of a defined understanding of who you are, right? Sometimes, you know, a lot of you Libras operate in the gray area. Now a lot of you are becoming a little bit more defined because it calls for that, right? Especially at a time like this where usury is at an all-time high. I was eating hot chips, but usury is at an all-time high, and people are trying to make it seem like having ethics is somehow weak, unfortunately, but it's not. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups is about, and because of this, you've essentially, you know, spiritually armed yourselves. You're protected from a lot of the nonsense that would essentially occur, right? Like, people don't really take into consideration, Libra, that being decent is actually a dysfunctional repellent, right? People who are dysfunctional are repelled at you when you're decent, when you're upright, when you have integrity, when you have ethics, when you have standards, when you choose to do things a way that's fair, right? Not Libra, right? A way that's fair. It's not based upon greed. It's not based upon what it is that you can get in the short term. So a lot of you Libras are very much so banishing a lot of the demons, so to speak, in a sense that you're getting rid of the dysfunctional people that would come to you, and you're essentially becoming a deterrent. You're deterring people from who are dysfunctional to who would come to you otherwise, by being more upright. And the Queen of Pentacles represents you're prepared for them just in case if they were to try anything anyway. The King of Swords now represents, as a result, you're in a situation where you have to really understand that you're cold-hearted, right? In the sense that you know that you're cold-hearted, you know that you can be, but you have to watch out for what. What are you cold-hearted about? If you are cold-hearted about, like if you're cold-hearted about dysfunctional people that will come to you and try to run game and use you up, then yes, you should obviously be that. But the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords represents that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's this line in the sand that a lot of you Libras are drawing within your own selves, and you're integrating or blending together the dark with the light, and to become a better version of you. A lot of times people are polarized in the sense that they want to go too far into the extreme to the dark or too far into the extreme of the light. And this is where you got a lot of people who essentially, their reputation precedes them, like K Flock, who is a Libra. K Flock is in prison now, talking about how it is that he's a Muslim who's a Libra. So it's like this is what it is that I'm talking about. Like, I'm not saying that you're not a Muslim and all this other type of stuff, but You understand? You understand the optics of it. It makes him look like a punk because you wasn't slanging that when you were on the outside. You were banging, right? Now all of a sudden, this is the consequences of what happens when you want to wipe your nose with people, and you know what I mean, when you want to wipe people's noses, and when you want to be on demon time. This is what it is that you get because you've polarized to a point where it's you've gone too far into the extreme of darkness. And now, right, you need an incubation tank, so to speak, to cool you out, aka prison. But then what happens when you get too far into the light? You become a punk and you're too passive, and people will play games with you. And a lot of mental illness comes with the light side too. A lot of people who talk about how it is that they're on the light side, not every last one, because you do have some people who know what they're doing, of course. Shout outs to those people. But you'll have a lot of people who are on the light side, right? I'm not on the light side. I'm on the dark side myself. I'm a dark magician, as I've said before countless times. But you'll have people who essentially will be on the light side, and a lot of them are mentally ill. You understand what I'm saying? So you're integrating that light and that darkness within you, Libras, in the sense that you're preserving what means. The Six of Pentacles is about you preserving what means something to you. You're preserving the family life, your family, your love of yourself, your life, staying out of the nonsense and preserving that peace. But also when it comes to the Two of Swords, knowing that when it comes to people who want to be beef with you and, you know, have a problem with you and even now, some of the people that you may be talking to who may play games, who may not be playing games, whatever it is that they're doing, whether they're playing games with you or not. And this goes to show you how spiritually evolved a lot of you Libras are becoming, because now it's like, this is the kind of abyss is what it is that I'm talking about. The idea that you're not afraid of, you're not paranoid of whether or not people are playing with your time, playing games with you. It's not about control for you Libras anymore. Now it's for you trying to gain control over other people. Now it's about you Libras trying to keep your life as clean as possible and stay away from the dysfunctional goofies that would infect your life. And you being a decent, upstanding, better person overall, and understanding the consequences before you say and you do things, more responsible, like Kratos, right, from Ragnarok, how Kratos started to realize how crazy he's become with time and age and experience and stuff like this. He realized that he should have done certain things differently, and it's time for him to make a change. That's what it is that you Libras are going through. So now it's a situation for y'all where even if somebody from the past, an ex or someone that you do know now, and even for future references, may have a problem with you or try to create beef with you, you are in a situation where you don't even care. You're looking at it from a perspective of, if they have beef with you, that's their problem ultimately, and not even yours, because you doing the Libra thing, you moving on some peace type stuff. But you will, if you have to, you know, you'll handle them as far as self-defense goes. You know, you'll put hands on them, you'll give them skibbity paps, you know what I'm saying? You'll put the paws on them, you know, put the beats on them. But at the same time, you know, you leave your fingerprints on them, but at the same time, you're not on demon time the way that a lot of you Libras used to be. So let's clarify the Two of Swords. And I know it seems as if like I'm ragging on you Libras. That's not really the case. It's just that, man, like, I wish that a lot of you Libras, honestly speaking, I honestly wish that a lot of you Libras were way more consistent. If I'm being transparent, I wish that a lot of you Libras were way more consistent in who you are and what you want to be and where you're going. The problem is that a lot of people will put a lot of energy and a lot of trust in you Libras. And because a lot of you Libras, like Gemini, may not know who you are, and you may be doing a lot of having the problems with the gray, with the darkness and the lightness in you, and you forget to integrate the two or mix the two together, a lot of you Libras be switching up on the very same people that got you in positions. And it sucks because people really be in love with a lot of y'all. You know, I've been in love with plenty of Libra myself, right? Past the one, but after the one that I would try to put a ring on her finger. But it's that instance where it's like, it's hard to get kind of a beat on you, because it's like with you Libras, it's like, do you really care? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you on? Like, what are you doing? What's up? What's going on? So I just went, so this is really just kind of like a wake-up call that a lot of you are going to have to be a little bit more consistent about what y'all want. The problem is a lot of y'all very much so have this war going on inside you where you, again, you have to integrate or mix the light and the darkness to become a more consistent person. So to clarify the Two of Swords, you have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and then you have the Seven of Cups and the Five of Swords, right? Because I've been looking at the Two of Swords for the longest time. And that's what it is I was shuffling up for. So the Four of Wands now, the Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles now is about you Libras having to understand that you're just now starting a brand new journey to of self-discovery and to find out who you are. Don't quit, right? You like where it is that you're going, but you also have a lot of choices about what it is that you're supposed to do. And yes, heavy lies the head that wears the crown, Libra. Because now you have to start thinking about not only yourself and your own well-being, but other people's well-being that you say that you love and you care about, and people care about you as well. So yes, heavy does lie the head that wears the crown. I would know from personal experience, because I'm doing that now. And learning how to be way more responsible is a lot more hard, or it's harder than having a temper tantrum. Believe me. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Peace.